After weeks of testing, I finally want to share my new IRL live stream or my cycling live stream setup with you so you could do your own live streams as well. This is what I wear for the POV camera. This is a Usui bag. Not sure the model name off the top of my head, but I will put the links down below. USWE. It's got a little pocket in the back. This is made for hydration to carry water. They also sell this front GoPro attachment clip where a GoPro can clip in here. And this is sold separately. It's a front chest piece. On there, I have Osmo Action 4, and I just have some little, wind muffs on the front, and a power cable going to the back of the bag. This is for any kind of chat alerts, any notifications. This is the speaker that alerts or any text to speech. Comes out from this speaker, close enough to the camera so you in the chat can hear it. Inside the bag, which doesn't need to be in the bag, this is the main thing that makes me stream right here. This is an old iPhone. This is an older iPhone. And this is an Android. It's a Pixel 7a. And the phone I'm using to record this video, I also use to stream. And I run an app called Moblin. What is Moblin? This is all I use to stream. Oh, there's actually an update right now. One of the cool features about this app is that it updates all the time. There's some new translations. So I'm using the test flight version of Moblin. So this is the app that I use to run the whole stream. Before I get into Moblin and how the app works, I want to make a little diagram on how this system is set up. It is literally 1, 2, 3, plus this phone that I'm recording this video with, 4 phones. And that's how I stream. That's it. That's all you need. Nothing else. If you want to do a stream for 2 to 3 hours, all you need is literally, you can do this with just 2 phones. 2 phones. And you can stream around New York City on a bicycle. Now, if you want a really good system, you're going to need 4 phones. 4 phones will set you up properly. And a DJI Osmo Action 4, but you can also use an Osmo Pocket if you want, or a DJI Osmo Action 5. It has to be DJI in order to work with Moblin cleanly and proficiently. If you want to stream for longer than 2 to 3 hours, I recommend getting some kind of battery that has 4 outputs, like this battery here, and the proper cables to charge it. I have my cables wire wrapped here, and you can stream for 6 hours to 8 hours with no issues. This is literally all you need here and here. This is it. And you can live stream cleanly from your bicycle for 6 to 8 hours with 0 issues in New York City, and most likely everywhere else in the US and maybe in other parts of the world. This system and setup has saved me a tremendous amount of headaches because there's nothing really that can break. Everything works in this Moblin app that I'll talk about soon wirelessly. These are only here just to charge. Everything communicates wirelessly. It's all bonded. And let me show you. I'm gonna go to a piece of paper, and kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to explain how this is set up with this little illustration I have here. So this is the Pixel 7. We're talking about this phone right here. This Pixel 7 has a T-Mobile SIM in it. And this phone, all I use it for is a hotspot. And this hotspot shares its hotspot with the iPhone 13, the iPhone XS, and the iPhone 16. So all of the other phones are connected to this phone's hotspot. Very important. So you connect everything to one phone's hotspot. In my case, I'm using the Pixel 7a for my hotspot phone. The second phone that I'm using is this iPhone 13 Pro, and I have an AT&T SIM in here. This phone is running Moblin, which I showed you before. The only thing I have on this phone is Moblin. That's it. But basically, this phone is connected to that phone's hotspot, and this phone shares its cellular data through that phone's hotspot to the main phone. So there's that phone. There's that phone. My second iPhone here in the array of phones is an iPhone XS that I'm borrowing from my friend Andre. And this phone, same thing. It's just running Moblin. And it's connected to this phone's hotspot. And the only difference is this one has a visible mobile SIM in it, which is Verizon. So with these three phones right here, I have T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. I'm connected to all three networks. When you're on a bike, it's really important to do that because you might ride from tower to tower in your city. And there's going to be times where service will be interrupted as it's connecting to a new tower. So if you have one from each tower, you are protected from that jump. Make sense? All right, the final phone. This is the phone that I use for everything. This is my phone that I make phone calls on. And this phone here runs the main Moblin software. And I'll give you a little look. It's an iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's got a visible mobile, which is Verizon SIM card in it. I run the main Moblin on here, and this Moblin allows me to see chat from Twitch, Kick, and YouTube all together, all on screen. It gives me a look at the camera that I'm streaming with, as well as connectivity to my OBS, and it's connected to any kind of alerts from chat. And all those alerts go through the speaker. And it's all set up through this phone. All the other phones, just like this one, are connected to the Pixel's hotspot, same as this one. And this Pixel hotspot sends the data from the two other iPhones and the hotspot data to the main phone. And this phone takes the data from all the phones and puts them together and bonds it's actually called SRTLA, and I am no genius or don't really know too much in this field, so if I use the wrong vocabulary or say things incorrectly, feel free to correct me in the comments. But it takes all of the data, sends it to the server, and then my server, which is, I guess it's IRL or unlimited IRL. I run OBS on a virtual server. They take the data and combine it back into a video package. There's one device I forgot to talk about on our little schematic here, and that's the DJI Osmo Action 4, which is the camera that I use. I didn't tell you guys that this camera is actually running wireless. It has a cable running into it, but that's only to keep the battery charged. With this system, you can remove the camera from its magnetic base and move it around, and it's still connected to Moblin, which is one of the greatest things about this setup. The DJI Osmo Action 4 is also connected to the Pixel 7's hotspot, and you connect it through the Moblin app. So let's start up the Moblin app here. This is my main iPhone that I run Moblin on. And typically, the first thing that I do is I run Moblin in a portrait orientation because on my bike, it's easier to read chat this way. So currently, I just have a black screen because the DJI camera isn't connected to it. So all I have to do is go down here, and there's a little area in Moblin called DJI Devices. I just click that. I have it set as DJI Camera. One quick note, this is not a tutorial. I'm not trying to show you how to set all this up. I'm just explaining quickly on how my system works. You can go to the Moblin Discord. I will link the link down below in the description. You should go there, friendly community, and they deserve all the love and attention that they're doing there. They're doing great stuff. So, hit start live stream. Actually, turn the camera on first. There it goes. Now, it's on. Start live stream. This is already set up. This already has, look, it's already connecting to the DJI. Look, preparing to live stream. It already says it right there. Connected to live stream. It's already live. It says it's connected right there. Let's check. Boom. Now, we have a video feed, an RTMP video feed that's completely wireless from this camera right here. On screen, just like that. Easy. All right, so now that I have the DJI set up, bye. Now that I have the camera set up, I'm gonna start streaming and show you how all the phones are connected. And it gives you all the details on the top of the phone, of the Moblin app. All right, there's our feed running from this camera here. You don't need to run this camera if you don't want to. You can also use the iPhone's cameras. I have one set up as a face cam here. So you'll see that it uses the camera on the phone up there. However, we're gonna do this. This is how I like to set it up. Better stability, better for the bike. Let's go ahead and go live and I'll show you how everything's connected. So we're gonna go live. So here's all the data here. So let's just, all the stuff on the left here. So that A there, that's AT&T, and that's the relay phone. That is basically what's going on with the phone that I'm filming with. The V, that's the Verizon relay phone. That's the iPhone XS. And then down here, you see that says DJI, 83%. That's giving you the DJI, the amount of battery the DJI has on it, which is really nice to have. Right here, this 5.8 megabits per second, that's telling you how much data per second is being uploaded. Anything over 2.5 to 3 is decent enough for a 1080 live stream. As you can see here, it's at 5.8 and it's pretty much capped at 7 nonstop. Right below that, it shows all of the different networks that are all being used, that are using for SRTLA, which is like a bonding solution. So cellular data, that's this phone here. Wi-Fi, that's the hotspot from the Pixel 7, which everything's connected to, which is right here. The A is the AT&T phone that I'm filming this with, and the V is the other iPhone. So you're getting 4 connections right there. And not to mention, this whole setup is on the front of your bike. So when you're riding, you can see all this whenever you want. And if you don't want to get all this information, there's a bunch of quick buttons built in, and I like to ride with it in this chat mode here. Obviously, we're not streaming right now, so there's no chat here. But when I'm streaming, I can read the chat, and I can even lock the screen so it doesn't move by accident. And chat just stays up here the whole time. And if I need to see something, I can come back here. I can see what the camera sees. I can check to see if my data or my DJI battery is getting low. All of this right at a glance while I'm riding my bike. All right. Let me know if you have any other, comments, questions, suggestions. If you want me to do excuse me. If you want me to do oh, she hates this. A more of a tutorial on how to work this stuff. In the past, no one really cares about the tech or the live stream stuff, but I feel like with Moblin, this is for the people. Everyone could start streaming. All you have to do is get your hands on a cell phone and a hotspot, any kind of hotspot, or 2 cell phones, one with a hotspot. And you can stream straight from the phone camera if you want until you can buy a DJI Action 4. If you have any if you really want to set this up though, please check out the Discord. It has a wealth of information. There's an AI bot that scours the Discord, so you can ask the chatbot questions and it will give you the answers, so you don't have to bug anybody. Also, if you can't find the answer from the chatbot, you can ask a question in tech or in the discussions area, and people will answer you pretty quickly. It's a very active, small community there, and they are all way smarter than me, and they're doing amazing stuff, and I can't thank them enough for what they've done with Moblin, and I'm excited to see where it continues to go, because so much has changed in just this month alone with the way the relays work and how the data gets transferred through hotspots. I can't wait to see what they do next. Pretty girl.